What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah.
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
Man, every time, hey, the end of that intro is some of the most beautiful photography we've ever seen in our lives. And I speak on behalf of Margaret and myself. Welcome into the Thursday edition of your show. It is Gary. I am your buxom host. We have the Phenom in the house on the ones and twos. There it is. Look at that. Yesterday we had a play out. It was my brother Noel was underneath on Maggie's bed, and she had her, or he had his hand up top like the thing from Addams Family. It was very funny. It's just like your hand in the window there. So we got hands all over the place, dancing around in this magical, magical studio. Located in the Sotner Concrete Services Clubhouse. This is the Dufferin Avenue Media Network content creation studio. And we always kick shows off with the reason people come here to hang out each and every weekday, Monday to Friday, that being the Maggie Cam. Look at her. I shouldn't be yelling. She's got a nice little snooze going. Let's see if we can do a nice little Maggie Cam here. It's the Maggie Cam. For our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer, Mike and Easy Mart. Mike and Rochelle, along with Margaret's boyfriend Leroy, always there to make sure you have the greatest shopping experience of your life. And it's always the greatest, I promise you. Be it during day hours or after hours with Kirsten, Shar, and Chris. They have everything you need, not just for you and your pet, but for your entire family to live your best life. If you ever wonder why Maggie's such a great dog, why she's always so content and always so happy, it's because of our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. That's very well done. Good night, my sweet princess. Maybe we'll check in again later. The Maggie Camps are getting a lot of love. As Thursdays around here have become a sort of a tradition in a way that Tuesdays are the All Out of Angst podcast days. By the way, new episode dropping today, episode 4. You can find it anywhere you look for your audio podcastings. That's like the Spotify's, apparently like the Amazons have one now. It's there everywhere, man. I don't even know. You just put in the Googs, All Out of Angst podcast, you'll find it. It's a lot of fun, starring Uncle Mike and his all natural products and Matt from all the bands. Then on Wednesdays, our regular, checking in with our good friend, author, Saskatoon boy, all around awesome dude, the great Adrian Blarson. He does our Wednesday hits. We're supposed to get back at it today, but the Zoom's still being a little wonky, so we'll check in with him again next week. But he had a nice little cameo there previously, which would be the show that was yesterday. And today, Thursdays, we check in with a man. And we're going to do that again right now. Take it away there, Phenom. It is Thursday yet again. That means this man is here from CTV, the great Matt Young, in the house.
All
and
right.
that means it's
Good
time
to be here.
showcase his little hobby that's slowly turning into a big hobby.
It's slowly turning into a big hobby, and it's slowly turning into something super cool. And you know what? It's great because we're here in Saskatoon, and I'm kind of guy who likes, obviously delivering the news of the day and keeping up what's going on. But I like to deliver Saskatoon content through video games. There are people that they make movies, there are people that make TV shows, there are people that do artwork and paint Saskatoon artwork, which there's a lot of great stuff out there.
Absolutely.
I like showing off Saskatoon in video games and talking local stuff. So
And you do it very well, by the way.
And you do it very well.
Hey,
we both do it very well.
You bet. The stuff you bring in here, like this is. I'm not gonna steal any of your thunder, but I saw a little teaser of what we're about to do here today, and I got very excited. So go ahead and tell us what we're looking at on the big screen today.
Well, speaking of thunder, we got. So PS5.
Yep.
The new game came out called College Football
jealous.
25.
My PS4 just died on me The,
Did it?
the HDMI cord in the
No
back
way.
went, and so
that's not very
I
good.
got my man LB trying to fix it right now, and it's like, man,
okay.
should I just go for it? But they're still like PS5s are still like $500, $600.
There are tons of.
It's
I know it's
crazy.
not cheap. I saved up. I worked a lot of extra
that's
hours.
my problem is I need to
but
save. It's kind of tough when you start a new
shoveling
business.
driveways in the wintertime.
I gotta take those part-time jobs too.
So we got PS5, and in college football 25, you can do something that you haven't been able to do in 10 years, and that is you can use the internet to upload files and create your own team.
Man,
and you
here we
can
go.
play with it online.
future is
So
here.
here it is. So up on the screen behind me, what if we had the Saskatchewan Huskies, and what
I
if
just
they
got what you
joined
did.
the Pac-10 or the Pac-12 or the Big Ten in the NCAA? What if we put them on national TV and we played the game at Griffith Stadium? It would look somewhat like this. And here we go.
Battle of the Huskies.
And
look at that.
And we actually got Griffith Stadium. We were able to create it like right down to everything, right down to the
Look at
logos.
it.
That's exactly
Everything,
it.
yeah,
Right,
it's there.
in a video game on PS5. Right.
Come on.
And anybody who has this game,
Can do
which
this.
no, but the nice thing is I've uploaded it to the game. So now
they couldn't before.
And what you can do is now you can download this team. You can download it, and you can play with it as well. So you don't have to go through all the painstaking work of trying to, create the logo and create the field and that.
We have a saying
we
around
got it.
here from our friends over on the Commander Cookout podcast. It's that you do all the work so they don't have to.
That's exactly
That's
right.
it.
That's exactly right. So if you ever wanted to play with the Saskatchewan Huskies in a video
right there.
game, we got it right
Griffiths,
here.
Like that's our stadium.
That's our
just
stadium.
over here.
That's our stadium. Now it's not. It's
Come
an
on.
exact mirror, but it's pretty close.
Dude, it's got
pretty
me.
close. It's got the Huskies on the field. You can create the sidelines. You can do it all. And the nice thing is when you start playing, you can eventually edit player names. So we actually have Ted Kabongo or Anton
Actual
Aminger, the
guys
quarterback.
that you go and
right?
cheer on at
there
this
you go.
stadium.
There you go.
It's the future, man. This is what we've always been clamoring about. We
And-
talked last week about bringing in the Tecmo Grey Cup. These are games that we've wanted forever, and it's finally here.
Exactly. And the nice thing is that you can do all kinds of neat creations and you can play your buddies. And you know what? There is nothing better than playing against some guy who's maybe they're in the US.
Yeah.
And who are and they
Trying to say it.
Who does this? And it's we're giving the Saskatchewan Huskies a name.
We're getting the
in
name
the
out there,
PlayStation
baby.
world.
Yes.
So, and in this game, they're playing Washington State. Actually, this is a pretty good game. This game, I believe it went to overtime. I was playing.
Tell me the good guys
went
won.
to overtime.
Tell me the good
Well,
guys win.
I got the highlights right here.
Oh,
so
here we go. We'll find
here we
out.
go. So the Huskies, they're up 13-7, and you can see Anton Aminger did a fantastic. Look at this. Great precision, great poise, right? Got out of the pocket.
So smart. He's like, oh, a little trouble here. I'm going to go.
He knew. Okay,
He's
right.
in.
And then Washington Huskies right here. Okay, they're going, and now this is look how much time. There's only 2:28 left to
This
go
is
in the
crazy,
game,
man.
And
they're
they're
pushing minute
in
30.
there, and I think they got a touchdown right there.
And by the way, this is the same Washington Huskies who almost won a national title last year, right? Against the Wolverines. I'm a big Wolverines guy. So
Exactly.
screw
So
those Huskies.
we'll head to overtime, and this is where it comes. Fumble!
Oh, here we go.
It's a fumble!
Love that
The
Husky
Huskies
defense.
are covered,
Oh, I'm getting
and
pumped
then
up here.
and then in overtime here, Anton Aminger. I mean, this is great. Look at Ted Kabongo. Nobody can stop the guy. He
Bringing it
ran
in.
for well over 100 yards in this one, and then it's a QB sneak. Huskies win.
Beautiful.
So you can go
That is
college
so
football
cool.
25. The Saskatchewan, we got him in there. Now,
Look at the boy Sally.
there, look at that.
Yes,
Eh?
it's
Now,
so cool.
now there's also, right? We got the
we got the toppers
Saskatoon
in it.
Hilltops, right? We created the Saskatoon Hilltops.
Come on.
There you go.
So how much time does it take you to create these teams?
So
and
this
put 'em in
this this takes, and we got right away.
Look at
You'll
this
notice
Savannah
it's
football
at
field,
it's
yeah.
at SMF Field.
That's so cool.
This takes if you want to really do it precise, probably 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
And sometimes it can take a while because, like, if your internet connection dies or,
course.
if your computer freezes and you got to start all over again.
And like they do allow you to load up the logos and stuff like that?
You can load up. That's how you do it.
You don't have to do that from hand. You don't have to code that.
You don't have to code that. No, you don't do any of that. No,
Yeah.
this is all just finding images. You
is
find
so
images,
cool,
and
man.
now you have to make, like, you might have to go into like a paint program and make little touch-ups or something
Yeah.
like that. But that's all it is you upload images, you select the colors, and there's a little palette there where you select the colors. You select kind of what number font you want, and then that's pretty much it.
So that's like a huge shout out to the game developers, hey, to allow a setup like this for people to do exactly what you
This
did.
was not around, like I say, for a long time. And it used to be, I remembered when I first started doing video game modding in like 2005.
When you first got the itch.
You could only do it really on PC, and you had to go into like the game's actual files and try and change stuff, which I did.
Of course you did.
Now this is much easier. They have Team Builder. It's really easy to use. Anybody can get it. You use an EA account. It's free. You log in, and it tells you exactly. I can even actually bring it up here just as an example. Here, I'll just actually do it. You go to the EA Team Builder website. And
by the way, Toppers are crushing it right now, hey?
oh, they're taking on USC.
Yeah, no,
they're
the
taking on
Trojans.
USC.
Yeah.
This is another good game. Toppers up 14-0. USC. Now they make a comeback there.
No, not
they
again.
get a touchdown, right? But Tom Sargent, the Hilltops. I mean, you think Tom Sargent is going to let USC walk into SMF Field and beat the Hilltops? Not a chance. No way. Look at that nice pass right there. And then the Hilltops, you know what? They kick a field goal. Hey, look, death by touchdowns or field goals is still a win, right?
Wins a win.
I
Wins
always
a
say
win.
that, right? And then right here, another pass, and you can see, man, what a nice play. So yeah, so the Hilltops,
so
we got him playing USC, and then the really cool thing is it's just neat to see Saskatoon.
I'm
on
mesmerized
a
by it,
PS5.
right? It's mesmerizing. I'm trying to focus on talking with you, but I'm also watching this.
We're watching, guys.
Like,
we're
it's
watching
just
the
so
game.
Real.
We're watching the. We should order pizza now.
Legit, and
Sit
just
down and
settle
watch it.
in, man.
And then there's the victory. They're taking a knee at the end. There's nothing better in
Victory
football
formation, I
than
love it.
taking the knee.
Yep.
And the Hilltops
There it
have
is.
just beat 25th ranked USC, which we got a 13 right now. So Hilltops
Climbing.
Hilltops
We're
climbing in the
Look,
rankings.
that is our field.
There it
field
is.
right
There
there.
it
You
is.
can
There it is.
see
There it is.
man.
There it is. So this is, and you just go to the Team Builder website, and how it works is once you get started here, you'll be able to, you upload your logos, you upload your name, and you choose what name of school or team
All
you
that.
want, and it's all right there.
I think the last college football, I think it was like, it would have been 20 years ago, but we had the NCAA game, and me and my buddy C-Dog, we would build our own Caltech University.
There you go.
And we ran that thing for years and years. And it was
man.
so much fun. Like, he was my roommate, and that's what we do every night. We just play some seasons, and you go and you recruit, but nothing like this.
Maybe we could create the Gary Nickel team and have your own media team. You can do that.
Get
You
the
can
squad in
upload
there.
whatever you want.
The damn team. Boy, that would be something.
So online on College Football 25, if you have a PlayStation 5 and you have the game,
Yes.
and you can search in the communities or in the shared folder, search for Hilltops or Huskies or Saskatoon Hilltops or Huskies, you will be able to download that team and begin playing it at your house
Right there.
right away.
And that's because
that's-
of what you built. These are
Well,
the ones that, like, not just you specifically, but like people. Have
This
built.
is because of the EA has put a team builder option on
Yes.
here, and this is because I sat there and I'm like, we're gonna get the Hilltops logo, and we're gonna do
so
it exactly
perfect.
right.
You
We're
did it
gonna
perfect.
we're gonna put the right down to the Nike logo on the side and the font. So it took about, and you upload your logos here, then you do your colors, right? Then you do your fonts, right? All of that is here, and then you'll do your uniforms.
Yeah,
You
man.
choose which stadium you
big
kind of want to
house.
emulate, and then you choose, what do you want on the field, and that's how you get like the Huskies logo, right? You can
Right
see
in
right
there,
here
yeah.
behind me. That's how you get the Huskies logo, so you can do all of that. It takes a long time, but when it's so fulfilling to finally
That's
do it.
it.
Now there's guys have created CFL teams.
Yeah.
The Riders are in there. If you search for them, there's other college teams. It's great.
That's the beauty of this. Maybe that's why they took so long to return to the NCAA game format, because they wanted
Well-
to make sure every single person can get their team in the game.
Well, that and there was this,
Licensing issues and all
name,
that stuff.
imaging.
Yeah.
That probably has a little more to do with it.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
But I mean, over the years, you're right. I mean, back in 2009 when they had NCAA football, you didn't have nearly the customization
it's
options
incredible.
now. So Saskatoon,
Look at that screen. How cool does that look?
get on your if you get college football, go out. And let's kick some butt with the Hilltops or the Huskies,
Hell
right?
yeah,
let's
dude.
start showing
Hell
people
yeah.
who's really boss when it comes to football. So
Man.
there you go.
I'm so grateful for you to stop by here each and every Thursday and to do stuff like this. Thank you on behalf of everyone for allowing people to do this, right?
Yeah.
Like we said, you do all the hard work so we don't have to. Just go in, log it, download it, and off you go.
And then and by the way, speaking of Hilltops, training camp is going. They have their alumni game going. So get ready because SMF Field's going to be rocking. And at the Hilltops, that slogan, "Just win, baby."
Just win, baby.
That's all. It's like they just win, baby.
That's what they do.
That's all.
That is
so
what they do.
and I'll be doing play-by-play on the streams for them.
Hell
If
yeah.
you want to watch the streaming too, if you can't always make it, watch the streaming too. It's great. A great chance to see some young Saskatoon athletes that probably a few of them you'll see on a green and white roster at Mosaic Stadium one day.
Dude, the Toppers have
There
a
you go.
great track record of bringing guys through.
Huge
So,
tradition.
yeah.
Decades and decades.
Yeah.
So in the video game, on the streaming, live in person, Saskatoon Hilltop starting, and then of course a few weeks after that, it's Huskies, and then we're ready to go.
We're back at it, ladies and gentlemen. This
Yeah.
is CTV's Matt Young in the house each and every Thursday. Thank you so much, brother. I think we're going to do a little bit of Olympic.
Yes,
Sort
we
of
got
action
some
next
cool
week.
Olympic stuff. You're gonna
Yeah.
want to watch that.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be fun.
Hell yeah.
For sure. Go Canada.
Thank
Go
you
Canada.
again, buddy.
Take care for sure.
It's so cool to be around things like that, like coding an old 8-bit Nintendo, or be it, uploading and formatting to have all of your video game dreams come true. If you were a sports nerd, there's a lot of us out there growing up, to have something like we have now would have just been incredible. So hopefully you take full advantage of those things. And again, big thank you to CTV's Matt Young as he checks in every Thursday here on your show. Still, as far as we know, the only live show on YouTube located in Saskatoon, going from 4 to 5, Monday to Friday. Very, very cool. Commander Cookout Podcast, by the way. They got episodes out. They got so many. What was it? I think we just did like 449 the other night. So many episodes, and it's so good. Be sure to check out Uncle Brando and Network Ryan over there. Shout out to Nickel Plumbing and Heating, the best in the biz at all of those things. Plumbing and heating and everything else. Great business. We love and appreciate them. I want to say thank you to them. The Past Our Bedtime podcast crew. I know I'm just reading the banners right now, but they will be in tomorrow. I just confirmed. So Hardcore and Brooksy from that very podcast will be in for the Big Friday show. It's going to be a lot of fun over there. Hey, Pulse Power with Hayden, also very exciting. That drops every Monday. If you want to be a part of this team, you want to add a banner down there. By the way, I just saw the Hammer Time Roofing. Shout out to Kevin and the team over there. They got a new banner in right there. Boom, right on cue, hey? How cool is that? Be like Kevin. Hit us up. DufferinAv.com. Head over there. It's very streamlined. It's very easy. All you have to do is click on a button. You want to be a content creator? Click on that content creator button. You want to be an advertiser? Go for it. You want to just promote this? You got an event that needs a little push? Whatever it is, any way we can help, we're here for you. We say it all the time. We're not in the business of getting rich. We're just in the business of being very comfortable around here, all right? We want everyone to be comfortable together, all right? We're not in the business of bringing people down, only in the business of bringing people up. Help us help you. You know all the sayings. You've been here before. You know what we're about. Karma, being a good person, it's all here. Join our team, and let's help make this world a better place. That's all I'm going to say. That was one hell of a rant. I feel horrible about that rant. That was everything I never want to do. But if it's in the name of good, I guess it's okay. As the Thursday edition continues on your show, we have another previously recorded segment, and this one is very, very special. So before we keep rambling on, let's go ahead and run right into that next one. Phenom, you take it away. Welcome to Family Time here on your show. If you're wondering who those jabronis are over there, those are the Neffs, not just mine. Those are his Neffs, too. You know Noel. He's been here all
Everything's
week.
backwards. What is going on here?
Dude, show your hole again.
Okay. Which one?
The armpit hole, please.
Okay.
Come on. Family show there. Look at that. That's how you know it's a good shirt, hey? That's how you know you really love that shirt. You just
I've
wear
had
right
it for a
up.
while.
Hell yeah. So, for the first time ever on your show, it only took us 81 episodes. I think it's episode 82 now, to to get these guys on. I've been talking about them. They grew up watching YouTube. These are my firstborn nephews right here. Our firstborn nephews. We're like the proud dads. Right
Yeah.
So this is
No
Benji
responsibility for
and
who they
Josh.
become as people.
That's right. But they're pretty cool dudes. Ben, how you doing, bud?
I'm alright, how are you?
Well, doing pretty good. Joshy, how you doing?
I'm great.
He's our skateboarder extraordinaire. Just got back from a Rocky Mountain skate party. We call it that?
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, you want to shout out any of your buddies that were out there? Anyone kicking some sick rail slides or what?
Oh, everyone was kicking sick rail slides.
Shout out the boys.
Love my boys. The boys.
Joshy loves the boys. Shout out to the boys for going out there with him. Benji, you want to shout out your boys too?
Yeah, man. Shout out the boys for sure. Shout out the boys. Pretty cool being on me.
Well, we knew this was going to be riveting TV, so I'm excited that we're really nailing it right now.
Very exciting.
As we hang out on a Thursday in these amazing studios. Can you guys believe that we have something like this to just hang out at?
Yeah, it's
Isn't it
really cool.
crazy?
It's really cool.
Now, this is where we start our
that's-
campaign.
I can't make that sign.
This is where we-
no politics, no religion.
Were you doing? Hey, cool it. See, you're always saying I'm the one doing it, but you're the guy that's always trying to squeeze it in there.
I have a mustache.
This is this is where we want to start the campaign for Uncle Noel to move home, you guys.
Oh.
Now, I know it's hard. He's got a beautiful wife, beautiful family out there, and all that cool stuff. I just feel like we can start planting the seed early. So, like, next time Uncle Noel comes back, we really put the clamps in and get him to move in here so we can start creating shows. Did he ever tell you guys about Count Rockula and his guitar teaching alter ego he wants to start?
Oh, no, I haven't heard of it.
Count Rockula.
Oh, you want me to go into detail?
You
So
did
I'm gonna
last time.
I'm gonna dress up as Dracula and teach kids how to play guitar.
That sounds scary.
Wow, that's a great idea. I know.
Hold on. Who's on bass?
I think probably I'd have Frankenstein. So okay, let's put Frankenstein on bass.
We're going to do the draft right now. Who's kicking on those skins? Who's hitting the drums?
You know, I mean, it's cliche, but I'm gonna put the Wolfman on skins,
That's great.
Yeah.
See that, you guys?
and then Mummy.
What would Mummy do? Horns?
You know what? What is Mummy gonna do?
Doesn't have much
Well,
rhythm.
you know what?
A
And
mummy
then-
does not have much rhythm.
I mean, are we going Monster Squad here? We like, you know, like we
Wolfman
might.
has nards.
Yeah,
Dang.
I don't know.
It's your show, man.
I might have to have tryouts too. So like, there could be Wolfmen, right?
Someone waiting in the
Zombies.
waiting in the green
And
room,
Wolfman.
A band of Wolfmen, yeah.
waiting in the green room before their audition, wrapping themselves in toilet paper for the role of Mummy.
Yeah.
That would be
It could
amazing.
happen.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's in your notes for you to take home when you head back
I
out
have
on
to,
Saturday.
I have to brainstorm this idea further.
Yeah, I've said since the start, this whole place is not just for me. This whole place is for the family, especially my actual family, my real family, and my work family here, same thing. Anyone involved with them, if they ever need a studio for anything, they always have this, and that's why it's here. So I'm so grateful that we finally got you two guys into
I'm
this
sure you
place.
both have wonderful ideas. You just need a place to be creative.
That's what this
Uncle
place is.
Gary's
Oh,
house.
boy.
These guys have always been creative at Uncle Gary's house. When they were, oh gosh,
Way
probably
back when
4 and 6.
They get
you know,
dropped off at the
5 and
house.
7.
old
That-
Uncle
I used to
Noel,
let them-
always reliable.
I used to let them come over,
Yeah,
jump on Uncle Gary's couch, and swear.
and eat McDonald's.
It was
Spill
fun.
everywhere. It was
Because
great.
they were little kids, and swears is like, bitch!
the
We're
problem.
jumping on the couch!
The problem
We're not
is
supposed to do this! Yeah!
with them showing up was all the inappropriate stuff in the house
There
had
was
to
a
be moved.
lot of inappropriate
So we'd always
stuff
have
in
to
that
like
house.
we'd have to like save space the house for the boys.
Yeah, that was
And
tough.
Davey was
even that
always
was-
really good at just dropping off with not telling anyone and just
Yeah.
leaving. And it's like, hey, what are you guys doing here? It's like, I don't know. Now, come on in. Let's just clean out all this paraphernalia.
Yeah, you know, so
Get 'em in
kids
here.
understand like earmuffs. They're like, put on the earmuffs, boys. You can't hear this. Okay, guys, put on your blinders. You shouldn't be looking at this.
And thank God we had video games, hey?
Oh,
Yeah.
Lots
That's
of
the only
gaming
thing that'll
over
keep
there.
us entertained.
Yeah. And that's
too.
that was literally us.
Yep.
It's funny how that never changes.
Yep.
Even to this day, I've been, what's it called? Jonesing, I guess. When you're an addict and you need a hit. I've been jonesing for my PS4. It conked out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I haven't pwned noobs. I bet you my
PS4 over here.
my SR and Overwatch is probably like back down to bronze. I spent a good month getting up to gold again.
Oh boy.
Very
Uncle Gary's a
embarrassing.
gold player.
Oh, yeah.
You know, at this point in development, it's okay. You know what? One of the best things you can do with your life?
I don't want to make that
Acceptance.
climb again. I was
Acceptance is be a bronze player. Be a bronze widow.
get the. I only widow when I
that's
troll
fine.
after my team
That's
doesn't group up.
fine.
Then it's like, oh,
Be
you
a
want to do that? All right, here comes
Be a
your widow.
bronze widow. Be a bronze widow.
Missing headshots left and right.
Let me carry you.
Yeah, like younger generations, they're all better video
He's-
gamers than us.
Our sweet Joshua is the only guy I've ever seen deflect a Genji ult. Was it the Genji one?
It's Hanzo's.
The Hanzo ult.
There you
with
go.
Genji.
Yeah.
And he sent it right back, and he killed like 4 guys with his own ult. It was wild.
That was like 2017, 20.
I remember these
Very long
things.
time.
Those are the important milestones.
Benjamin was a pro. What's that game called? Fortnite. Mobile
That's what I was
Fortnite player.
getting at.
He
So-
was pro.
Yeah, he was making
Shout
money,
out
man.
to Void League.
We got to get him back in there.
Yep.
So I was
Tired.
heavy into the what did we just say? What's the game called? I haven't even played that much.
Fortnite.
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 Dang it, what is wrong with me? I was heavy into the Fortnite. I know it doesn't seem like it. Like hard. To the point where I was a platinum ranked Fortnite player.
What?
No builds, of course.
Never
'cause
played it.
building is the worst.
for me.
I can't play builds, so I go no builds. The Abyss. Amory and I, man,
yes.
we team up.
I remember.
Look
Yes,
out,
I
world,
remember.
As we were platinums. And that's going to drop too now because I don't have my PlayStation.
That was always the nephew's games. Fortnite, Minecraft, I couldn't do it, but I'm glad you guys had fun doing it.
Is Minecraft still going? Is that
Oh,
still
yeah,
a thing?
I'm playing Minecraft.
Yeah?
Minecraft is the most popular mobile game, I think. Currently, it's one of them.
it's
Is
up
there a
there,
more
yeah.
popular game right now?
I don't know. I don't know what's currently running it, but Minecraft's one of those games that's kind of just timeless. Like
Mhm.
you'll always have a certain type of group of people playing that game at a
That's
certain
true.
time.
I agree. Yeah,
Like-
I think you're right.
I don't know. I feel like if you can still come back to a game like 10, 15 years later, like, and it still be, oh yeah, like let's
Enjoy
have a
it.
good time. Yeah,
Mhm.
you know.
Welcome to the Nintendo Entertainment System, boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Like last night, I was playing NES Open with my man Big Boy, who built this whole place. Every I guess it was 2 nights ago. Every Tuesday we play NES Open, and I think that game came out in like 90 or 91. And we still play it. NES Open.
Is it?
I'm
No,
pretty
okay,
because
no,
there was
late
Nintendo
80,
Golf,
yeah,
and then
that's
there was
right,
a little more.
That's right.
But it's one of those timeless games. Unlike this piece of garbage. Take a look at that real quick. I remember
Winter
renting this
Is that
from
Winter
Avalon
Olympics?
Video. I think it was Video Nights when we rented it. Winter Games.
Winter Games. I remember that.
Yeah, it's horrible.
A shout out to one of my boys,
Do it.
my old pal Jimmy Mossop. Hello,
Jimmy.
Hello, Jim.
Hello, Jim.
We used to play that game at his house. I remember. I think it was the downhill ski,
Yeah, the ski jump.
the ski jump,
And you
yes.
could never land.
No,
Yeah, it's
not
stupid.
well, I couldn't.
No. And the figure skating's horrible. You couldn't do any of the figure skating. You just end up twisting and falling.
Just like in real life.
Yeah, they didn't explain any of the process of playing the game.
No, Nintendo. You never really knew what you're gonna
No.
get back in the day.
This one's a banger, though. Track and field, too. Little
I
Konami
remember
action
that
there.
one, yeah, that's an old one too.
Yeah, as we get set, I think we're going to do something with the Olympics and game-wise next week. So
Yeah,
I'm
you
gearing up.
probably
I'm going
should.
through the collection.
Yeah.
But 8-bit Nintendos, man. Still going.
I'm having a video game free summer, which is fine.
I don't like that for you because that's how we communicate.
I know.
with
Well,
you.
that is, you know,
That's your lifeline.
that is a lifeline.
east.
But it's just for the summer.
Okay.
And
That's
you know what? I've been sneaking in a little bit of a phone game,
good. Oh,
Magic the Gathering,
yeah.
like
Shout out.
your
Sort of a
your
big deal around
compatriots
here.
here
Yeah.
around at
Commander
the,
Cookout
the
Podcast.
Damn Network. So
Uncle Brando and Network Ryan.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
I
always
probably
throwing
should
it
get
out.
in here sometime. I know they're playing Commander, which I'm not familiar with, but I can
It's
geek
very
out on
cool.
that.
Yeah, well, you would at least understand. Like I said,
I
in that
would
booth and
understand what
I
they're talking
produce
about.
all the stuff, and I listen to every word, and none of it makes sense to me. Still to this day, I've done like 20 shows now.
Yeah.
It's hard. You guys ever get into Magic?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. On my like old laptop, I was playing for a bit.
That's what he's doing. Okay, so maybe that's the way to learn it, hey? When you don't got a crew to play
Yeah,
with.
when you don't have a crew to play with, I think probably online's a pretty good way to go. You know, nowadays, this thing called YouTube, you can pretty much learn anything.
I've heard this.
I'm almost a heart surgeon.
I feel like there's basically nothing you can't find on YouTube.
I agree.
And just,
I agree.
just if like a simple just Google search too, like
Yep.
it's
Here's-
insane.
Here's a question for you guys, as you are youths, if you will. Do any of your friends listen to the radio or watch TV, like actual physical TV?
I will. I'll watch
Yeah?
like some NHL every once in a while.
Besides sports. Sports are, because that's what I have too. Like on my TV is just 10 sports channels. That's all I got.
Honestly, no.
right?
Honestly,
It's
no.
tough.
It's definitely on the decline for sure.
Legacy media, is that
That's
what
what
we
you were
would
saying,
call
yeah.
it? Legacy media? I don't think I watched television probably for 10 years, and the only time I watched television really was with you
Yeah.
when we lived together and I'd
We'd
watch
record
sports
shows,
with you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or we'd record like
Yeah, you know,
the PBR was cool for a while.
yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit, but even by then, you know, we're streaming stuff, downloading it. Don't break the law.
It just, yeah, of course. It reiterates why we're here and why we're doing this. Hey, like
Yes.
this is where everyone goes to consume content now. So instead
We're
of sticking
practically
around at the other
cyborgs.
places,
This
we're right
is
here.
the
Yeah.
future.
Welcome to it.
I
Which
can
is very
feel
exciting.
myself becoming a cyborg.
Wow.
I might need a nap. It might
there a
just be-
song
I
about
might
that?
Just be tired.
I think Austrian Death Machine did a song about that. Cybernetic organism.
I'm just thinking,
What was
Domo arigato, Mister. Yeah,
Roboto,
I'm
Domo.
not gonna sing that. That's fine.
What was it? Cybernetic organism. Something about the metal bones covered in human skin.
Yeah, singing
It's really
about
good.
cyborgs.
It's a
I'm becoming a
Schwarzenegger-
cyborg.
Schwarzenegger
Yes.
movie,
Oh,
yeah.
yes. I'm familiar with the band. Yes. Yeah.
Check out Austrian Death Machine if you want to have listen to some really good Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Remember, no politics, no
themed-
religion.
No, it's just it's from his movies. It's really good.
No. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just watched Arnold movies. Some Schwarzenegger.
You did?
No, I'm
Oh.
telling people to
Yeah, so good.
write your own songs. You know what's better than listening to someone else sing about cyborgs? You singing about cyborgs.
We can
Oh,
do
yeah.
it here. We got a
Oh,
vocal
yeah.
booth ready to go.
Oh yeah.
Check us out. We'll get you signed in. Do
Might have to get into that later.
you guys have any buddies in music? Is anyone playing music? Any buddies in bands?
No, I don't think so. No.
I got one buddy doing like a little bit of like rapping on.
Here we
Sound-
go.
I got one buddy doing a little bit of rapping on SoundCloud. Shout out my buddy Ryder.
Ryder.
Hello, Ryder.
I'll have to show you the podcast. But
Yeah, buddy.
Shout out you, bro. You're doing actually really good work. So
There
If
you
he
go.
ever needs a vocal booth to record,
Yeah.
we're doing it. We got it here. So let him know. If he's a friend of yours, he's a friend of this place.
Maybe he's gonna rap about cyborgs.
That would
Who
be
knows?
awesome.
I have a one-track mind. Now I'm gonna talk about cyborgs the whole time.
I hope so.
You remember the movie Cyborg with Van Damme?
No, Universal Soldier.
No, this is before Universal Soldier. We're talking old school Van Damme.
We
So when he
have-
first got to America, this would have been after Bloodsport,
Okay.
and I think before Lionheart. Do you remember Lionheart? Was that the
Yes.
name of the movie?
I think it was.
I think so. I'm a Van Damme fan. I should
No
know
kidding.
this.
We had a huge Van Damme conversation in here on Tuesday for like a half hour, talking about how like he should have got all the love that Chuck Norris got. Him or Steven Seagal, one of the two. I'm a Seagal guy. You know I'm a Seagal guy.
You know what?
That's
I have
a dude.
appreciation for old
But I
Seagal
don't-
movies because they're very entertaining.
Since when did Chuck Norris take over the whole, all the jokes about being super awesome are about me because I'm Chuck Norris?
When memes became something of a currency.
One of the rare moments when society chose to meme the wrong guy, hey?
Yeah, you know.
Whatever that means.
Chuck Norris, though.
Whatever that
The
means.
thing is with Chuck Norris, he was too far behind us, or too ahead of us, behind us. He's
I
too
don't know.
old. Like we didn't grow up with his
Murtaugh,
movies.
man. He's
I
too old for
remember.
this shit.
Oh man, what were those movies that he was? Action Force? Was it Action Force?
I
No,
don't
it wasn't
know.
Action Force.
Never
I can't
heard of
remember the
Chuck
name of the movies.
Norris.
I saw some of them. They're all right. Dude fought Bruce Lee. That was fun. Got beat up by Bruce Lee. That's an honor, right? Yeah.
You know who wouldn't have got beat up by Bruce Lee? Steven Seagal. Just jokes. He would have got
Yeah, he
destroyed.
probably would have got beat up pretty
And
bad.
Van Damme. All of our heroes.
Yeah. But yeah, those old action movie stars. Everybody ends up having a favorite, right?
Totally. You guys,
Preference?
movies. Do you
Yeah.
guys ever watch
New
movies?
generation action movie
I-
stars.
Yeah.
I
Who's
really
out there?
like one movie that I like that my dad showed me, or like one of you old guys showed
Yeah,
me.
one of the old guys.
What are you?
Wasn't Chuck
Um,
Norris, but it was old.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, that's
that-
me.
that was him.
That's
Yeah,
Uncle
sorry.
Noel all
That
day.
was
Shout
all
out to
the
John Carpenter.
movies
Yeah.
of all time.
So
Uncle
good.
Noel's.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
He put that on me. I never even knew about it until he showed me. It's one of the like.
I think I still probably watch it like once a
What's
year.
it? Lopan?
good.
Lopan.
David Lopan.
Yeah.
Great
What a
villain.
great
John
movie.
Carpenter, one of my favorite directors.
So good.
I should sit down with Dragon sometime and talk about John Carpenter.
Just do like a full-on viewing room episode of just John
Yes,
Carpenter.
just
films.
John Carpenter films.
wonder if
At
they've
one
even
point, I had
experienced it
the
yet.
entire his entire collection.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. Yep.
You had a lot of good collectibles, dude.
Yeah,
You
I
had so
like
many
collecting.
cool
It's fun.
collectibles. You
And
still
then
have them somewhere?
No, I don't have anything.
Sold them off.
Yeah, but collecting is fun. I mean, when you can do it, when
Is
you
there
can afford
anything, like, do kids collect anything anymore?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pokemon, yeah. That was
Yep.
one I collected.
That was it?
I still have my old Pokemon collection.
Man, I remember we'd go on family trips, and my mom would go so far out of her way to find very specific things just for you two guys. Ben and Josh want these specific things, so we'd like put on hours of extra time instead of going to like the fun part of the day, just looking for these things just for you two guys. That's how much everyone loves you. So something to remember.
Ben was coming out of like, you're turning 20 this year, aren't you? 21?
Oh
He's grown up, but when you were young, like your generation, you and your peers, people turning 20, you guys are really the last kids coming up with action figures. The stuff that Uncle Gary and I played with,
Oh, the best.
right? We had toys.
Well,
we
they
really
played with all of them
toys.
too. You guys would always play with all of our
Right.
toys when you were at our parents' houses. Yeah.
Ben 10 was kind of like the last big thing for action figures, but you know,
I'd be
it's
playing with your
just a
I'd be playing with your
G.I.
G.I.
Joe,
Joe.
of
Yeah,
course. A
I'd be
couple
Hell yeah.
years though is all it takes, and everything just became digital. Card games and just digital format. So, by the time you guys were 10, you guys didn't want action figures. You guys wanted like in game. You just wanted like a PlayStation card or an Xbox card, right?
Yeah.
That's all
Not
it is,
me,
man. Yeah.
right? So like that's why I like collecting, because I grew up with action figures.
You had a
G.I.
collection to
Joes
build,
and Transformers
man. Yeah.
and all the 80s stuff. 80s kids had the best toy run of all time.
That was it.
Masters
It's not
of the
even close.
Universe.
It's not even close.
No, you can't compare to it. But like
No.
the whole, you know, the culture change,
Yeah.
what kids were being, you know, given to play with just changed. And, you know, can't blame anybody, because I would have been
You're
into video
fiery.
games as well.
I love this.
Oh,
You're just
video games all
preaching.
day.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
As,
Observations. I like watching.
He's an observer.
I'm an observer. Not very useful.
This is my family here. In case you're wondering, who are these people?
We're all cyborgs.
Cybernetic organisms. That's
No,
the
I
one.
can't do that. I'm not going to do that.
Do it.
That'd be like the
Stop
Mr.
me.
Robot.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it.
Mr. Robot. Domo amigato,
You know what the best part of this
no
is?
roboto,
All of
no.
this can get edited out.
No, I'm going to leave it all in. That's the best part. This is going to be unedited, uncut,
I look
legit.
so tired.
This
We're
guy's,
all tired around here.
yeah, I have
We're
bad news,
family.
guys. It gets worse as you get older.
No.
Just wait.
It's
Someday
cool.
you'll have a mustache. You'll be looking in the camera going, what did I... The choices I've made with my life.
What happened? Where did I get all these old marks on my face? I think that's our sign right there. That's Josh. That's Ben.
Signing off.
This is Noel. Thank you guys for finally making your debut. Noel likes to make funny faces as we head out, so feel free to make some as well. And thank you for stopping by. You're always
on the
welcome here, so
spot.
let's make sure we get you guys in here more. You as well. Thank you for doing all this. You're amazing.
I'm going to be back in December, baby.
Woo!
Christmas special? Are we going to have a Christmas special? Yeah, we are. Is there going to be a lot of cyborgs in this Christmas special? Of course there will be.
Dude, as I look at that and take that all in, it's so unbelievably cool to have those, you know, landmark moments. Like the first time the nephews have come on your show, along with the other uncle. Like, how cool is that? What a lovely little day it's been here on your show. The Thursday edition rolling on. We've checked in with CTV's Matt Young. We've had our daily check-in from this week with our brother Noel, along with the nephews. I think it's time we bring in one more person. When the Phenom's here, every now and then, he picks up a passenger on his way here and gives him a ride over. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for that passenger. It's Curtis Anderson!
My boy swings by the old folks home once in a while, and it's my outing for the day. He takes me here.
Park your walker outside and off we go.
Right?
You know, Larry Walker right there.
Parker,
How are you, old
Parker
friend?
Walker sounds like a guy from NXT.
Or a DH, a fat DH for an American League Baseball team.
Yes,
Yeah.
what you said.
Sport.
It's going great. Happy to be back. We're just at the lake for a week. We just got back in time to do the show.
Waskasiu?
Yeah,
It's always Waskasiu.
It's always
I love that.
Waskasiu, yeah.
Something magical about that.
it
place.
is so. It's foolproof.
Yeah.
It can rain the entire week and you're still having fun.
Still doing
but
it.
it did not rain the entire week. It was hot.
Do you camp?
We were in the. Oh God, no.
You never know.
I think this is not camp. This stays in a cabin.
This
with
one
a
even
shower.
glamp, right? Where do you guys stay? You got a regular place?
We stay wherever we can. We were loyal to Baker's forever, and now we've been at Armstrong. It gets tough. You can't talk to people. You got to book.
Yeah.
You got to book. Everything's online.
Don't get me started, man.
Right?
Oh.
And you try to book off season because it's scheduling is hard when you grow up and you have kids.
Again,
and you have
the
kids
worst.
far apart. And one's in elementary school and one's in university. And your wife has a schedule and I work 6 jobs. It's like you got to book in February.
Yeah. Makes
And
you
you
long.
can't talk to anyone. And you go online and it's like, if you want to book early at any place, you have to book for like 3 weeks. It's kind of like,
I'm not joking. It's wild.
So it's a bit of a go around, but we make it work.
We've
It's
come
always
a-
good. You got to get away, right? You got to get away. You got to get refreshed.
We've come a long way from the Baker's, Armstrong, Lakeview, Hallwood, and then Skyline Motel in Cedar Village. Special shout out as that was a family for us. So every year we'd go up and we'd stay at the Skyline Motel.
Right.
Then when Cedar Village came in, we'd always get the big one. Uncle Jimmy and Auntie Betty Ann and my cousins Sheldon and Craig. We'd always get to hang out in the check-in spot in the back, which was always good. They had bunk beds in there at the start before they went into the bigger sort of setup. But every single summer, we go down for 2 weeks and we stay in Cedar Village, Skyline Motel.
Yeah.
And it was the funnest 2 weeks of the year. Every single time. We
Warms my heart.
head out to Peyton Beach. Get up at 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning. Make sure you get in line to get your tea times at the Lob Stick, the whole 9 yards.
If we ever
Grew
do,
up in
if you ever have me on and I talk about the novel I wrote when I was a kid, this is
There we
this
go.
is a true story.
That was
I
a
was at the
great-
lake and I read a comic book that just absolutely blew my mind, and I was like chasing that high for my entire life of trying to find something that
What was the book?
it was called Craven's Last Hunt. It was a Spider-Man book, but it was like 6 parts.
Dang. okay.
And it was one of those like I've got parts 1 and 2 and then I couldn't find the rest. So
So it was like your quest.
then I got like parts 4 and 5 and I'm like, well, I can't read those yet.
You
So
have
I
to
was
do an
kind of
order.
bummed, and I was
Yeah.
really little, right?
And especially when they're sitting there, too, like you have them and
Yeah.
you can't read them.
So then when we actually went to Waskasiu as a family,
we go.
we checked into Baker's, and in their little confectionery, I found part 6. And then later that night, we
Yeah.
were walking the town, and I found part 3. And I'm not lying. This is like one of the greatest childhood memories I have.
It says a lot about it, dude.
Like, what's wrong with the world
shaped
is
you,
lack of
yeah.
anticipation.
It's
true.
We're getting heavy now.
So, I
Let's
mean,
not get too
I
heavy.
had waited like probably 3 weeks
Makes it so much
to check these
so much
boxes.
better.
So I had all 6. And that night, I'm sitting there reading these. I'm reading. I start back at 1. I read all 6 by
mesmerized.
flashlight while everyone else is asleep. And it's the most like twisted story you'll ever read. I was way too young to read this. Marvel Comics got a ton of like angry parents because it's just a dark story out of nowhere. But it was like you
Comic books can do that.
For
man.
me, I was like, you could tell stories like this.
Yeah.
Just like the weirdest like anti-climax ever. And I was just like, I want to like read more like this, and I could never find anything. So eventually, I just wrote my own book, which was like basically a homage to that.
We're gonna get one up on the
For
stage.
sure,
You're
for
saying you're gonna
real.
bring one. Yep.
I was like, I want to read something. I want to write something dark and shocking that makes someone else feel, even if it's one person, the way that I felt reading Craven's Last Hunt.
Shout out to Gina French.
Gina French, we'll get the book.
CJ
I
over
ordered you
here.
a
Yep.
book.
This
It's
is
gonna
great.
be here.
Love it.
I always,
No, that's good.
when you have me as a featured guest one day.
This is it.
All right,
We'll do it.
We'll come on.
You know,
We'll
you
have
know
a
you're
Gina
part of the
French
family.
day.
I told you, you're a part of this family now.
appreciate it.
This is your place.
This is my favorite family. To be a part of.
How sick is that Waskasiu Theater on a rainy day?
It's the greatest. How sick is it on a sunny day?
Yeah, like that too.
Just like I've had
Totally,
enough sun.
yeah.
I want
Get
popcorn.
in there.
And another
Double
thing
screens.
another thing I will never forget. I was probably a kid again. I watched going to that theater. They handed this little girl this giant thing of popcorn, and she took 2 steps and dumped it. And as a kid, your heart breaks because you're so as a kid, especially the era we grew up. It's like,
Yeah,
well, that's
that's
it. You're done.
That's a big
Your
part of the
parents don't care.
experience.
You
Yeah.
dropped it, you idiot. You don't get any
Game
now.
over.
Right?
Yeah.
And the guy that works there was like, hold on. And he gave her a fresh bag. And I always remember thinking, like, because I don't know.
Treat people how you want to be treated, man.
I know, but
That's it.
like,
That's it.
growing up in our era, it just seemed like, your parents are telling you, like, oh, people are out to get you. It costs money. No one's ever going to help you out. And so I thought, oh, this poor kid just dropped like,
Sucks to be that
$8 worth of popcorn, and that's $8 you're never getting back. And like, I was just like, here's another one. Be careful. And I always just thought that was so
So cool.
So nice.
And that's
right?
the reason that we do those things. That's why we talk about it all the time. That moment between those two affected you, and
It
you had nothing to
did.
do with it.
Because I was like, I like this
That's how
feeling.
you
I
change
like
the
just
world.
Whitey wasn't
Yeah.
even part of it, but I was feeling the
That's
joy
it.
of that kid
Yeah.
who thought that's over. I messed up. No popcorn for
cool.
me. I didn't even get one bite. It's all on the floor. And it was like, no, there's good people out there still.
And that's those are the ones we focus on
There's
as
a
we
free $8 popcorn.
continue here on the Thursday edition of your show. You had yourself a time, my friend, last weekend. The food truck wars were in full swing. How'd that all go for you?
Big shout out to the Ma family who put it on every year, and they have me back. I've been the original host. It was its 10th year.
I love that.
It
OG
started.
baby.
It started in a parking lot in Sutherland 10 years ago, and they just had probably 5 or 6 food trucks in a circle, and they had live wrestling indoor.
Leave
And
it
then
to live
just-
wrestling to bring everyone
it
together.
just kept getting bigger and changing. Then they added beer wars, and COVID killed so many festivals. But this one, they just kept fighting. They're like, no, it's going to keep going. And they put it downtown, and they put it in a different place downtown. And then this year, they brought it back to my old stomping ground in between Holy Cross.
I was gonna ask you,
and,
Lions Arena, hey?
Lions Arena, in between Holy Cross and Markham,
So
that
cool.
sweet little arena that nobody knows is there.
Yeah, man, that arena, I'll tell you, I played a lot of hockey there. Even in my
Right.
rec days, the Neo Flamingos, it used to be the Credit Union Center Hockey League, SaskTel Center Hockey League now. Back in it was the CUCHL, they'd have games at the Lions. And if you've ever been into those dressing rooms, they are the smallest dressing rooms in the history of sports. I don't think rec teams are supposed to be in there. It's even for maybe 6 guys.
Yeah.
And we have like an 18-team squad. You have
Yeah.
guys getting dressed on top of each other. The showers are
Always
fun.
a
Like,
good
there's always
time.
one shower, but you can get 4 guys in one shower. No problem.
yeah.
We do that.
I mean, you can
But
get
the
6.
room alone is like hard.
If you're good friends.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta be tight.
You know.
So it went off. It was awesome. Lots of fun. Any big winners or any big stuff we can announce? It's not really about the winning. Hey?
They combined beer wars and food truck wars together for the first time ever to see how it went. So there's still the hot dog eating contest, but we didn't have the actual food truck competition where the celebrities come out and sample a little bit of each and award a winner, because they were kind of scrambling to get everything together with these 2 festivals merging together like the mega powers. So they're like, we got to focus on pulling off 2 festivals over the same 2 days, and then hopefully next year we'll go back to a little more competition. We did have Hot Dog Havoc, the hot dog eating competition.
Doyle. Our boy.
Doyle was there.
Our boy. What did he put down? Like 8 or 9, I think I heard.
He's such a gem. Like
He
Saskatoon
lives
is not.
that gimmick. I love
Right?
that so much. He's such a good dude. One of the nicest dudes I've ever met, too, by the way. Shout out to
Oh
Doyle.
yeah. You see this guy and you're like, that's someone I'm not gonna like, because he's bigger than life and he's wearing a purple suit like the Joker. You do
With hot dogs
you
on it.
see that guy and you're like, that's gonna be someone. That's gonna be the world's most annoying person. But trust me, if you see him at like Blades games
give him
causing
a
a
hug, man.
scene,
He's such an
he
angel.
is the
I love
nicest guy you will ever meet, and I mean that seriously.
Yeah.
Like, just the most
100%.
sincere, down to person. He's got this persona, as we all do.
Yeah.
He's at Blades games. He's jumping up and down. You know,
He's always
larger than
crushing
life,
dogs, man.
but
Always
just
everywhere, crushing dogs.
just the nicest guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
can't say
he'd
enough
come to,
about him.
when I worked at the old place, he'd come to events every now and then.
And it was funny
whenever I'd
because
see him, I'm like, oh, dude.
he overshadowed like the regular people.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not gonna win, but yet he got the loudest ovations and people were
Well, 'cause
chanting
he's
for him.
known for eating
and it
dogs.
was awesome.
He's a
He
dog
just brought
monster.
a special thing to it.
So happy for him.
Yeah, it was
That was a
good.
dream of his too, wasn't it? To get out there and do something like that.
Yeah, so I got to announce a bunch of bands that played, and a lot of them had been on Strip Down the Music Show.
So good.
So it was like seeing old friends, and yeah, it's always a good time. If you haven't been to Food Truck Wars, you should definitely come out next year. I don't know where it's going to be, if it's going to hopefully stay there. I had a lot of positive feedback because it was parking, right? There's parking everywhere in that area.
We like parking. Very
And it was a lot more families. It was really nice to see a lot of families there.
Yeah, I got you.
Food trucks were busy. They were happy, even though it was like really windy. If you remember, it was a little,
Yeah.
it was a little chilly, a little windy, but people came out, and yeah,
I golfed 9 holes on that Friday morning,
yeah,
and it was like the windiest golf I've ever played in my life. It was
You were like,
crazy. 400-yard drives, but they would go everywhere. Yeah, it was really something.
wow.
But a lot of fun. So one more for you from the Food
Sure.
Truck Wars. The celebrity karaoke, how'd that all go?
Celebrity karaoke was also a lot of fun. So many big names from television and radio. Right?
That's it, man.
It was
Yeah.
fun. It was nice to see. And they raised a lot of money for Saskatoon Schizophrenia Foundation. So Gregor headed that. He brought up the celebrities, and they had a box up there. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. It was just like a good memory I have, actually. It's probably my favorite memory. They're up there. They're karaokeing. They're rooting songs. They're knocking some songs out of the park. And they're like, come up to the stage and donate money. And that's, when you have Gregor up there singing a song, a lot of people aren't going to walk to the very center of the stage to put money. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna make this like a church. So I carried it around like it was a collection plate, and like every second person in the crowd was putting like $5 in. And I was like, you guys, this is, So again, not trying to pat myself on the back, but no one was donating. Then suddenly we had hundreds of dollars.
It takes one,
right?
It starts with one.
Handing it around like a collection plate. So it was fun. That was a good memory. Everyone was so happy.
See, and that makes me happy. That's all we can ask for, right? In the end, with all the stuff that goes on in life, I'm learning that, man. As long as you can just be happy about something at the end of the day, it's a good day.
Yeah, absolutely. Saw a lot of happy families out there. The food truck people were happy. Some of them came from all the way from like Winnipeg, right?
Nice.
So they're making money. It was good. It felt really safe, if that makes sense.
It does.
Like, it was contained. It was safe. I got to go back to my old stomping ground. I drove by like Guppy Street, Woodward, Klinkskill.
The Holy Cross area.
Right? I'm a marauder, right?
Yeah.
So I was like,
you have the same hate for the Holy Cross.
I don't have any hate. I have.
Oh, sorry. I don't mean hate. I mean distaste.
I don't hate Holy Cross. I was Murray, so it's like we had Aiden Bowman on one side that beat us in half the sports, and then we had Holy Cross on the other side of Taylor that beat us in the other half of the sports. And that was what it was like being a marauder.
That was it.
Yeah.
That's a great example.
Yeah.
Very well said. As we get set to call it a day here. Exhibition. The exhibition is next week.
Yes.
Are you doing anything with that?
I'm probably gonna go. I don't know. I got a pass from work.
Yeah. This will be the first
Phenon
year.
got one too, actually. He was a street teamer last year. So they gave him a pass, and he looks his picture from last year's pass was already like 5 years old, so he looks like he's 8 in his pass. But hey, I don't know, maybe we'll go ride the zipper, he and I.
Man,
the
see,
Himalaya.
you know how I feel about crowds and all that stuff, eh? Like it's really tough for me to get out. And I used to love going to the X, but now it's just gotten so out of hand for me. For a guy like me who like can't be a sardine with people all over, and then to have all the extra stuff that comes with all the extra people and all that, it's just like I can't handle it anymore. But a lot of my best memories around here were taking a nickel plumbing card, putting it on my Crown Vic, loading up 8 boys in the trunk, rolling through private parking, get them all out, and off we go and just live the dream. Those Hootzel hammers, man.
So you know what
Got
this show
Hootzel
needs,
hammered
though? This show
so
needs
many
a carny
times.
off to the side. Like a floor director.
Yeah.
But as like a carny.
That would be good.
And you could be like, we're going live in 3, 2, 1, and then he could pull a big crank, and then he can like take his hat off and go, scream if you want to go higher, which does not apply in any way, but it'd be funny.
Do they sell Hootzel hammers at the Ukrainian food pavilion? Not at Folkfest, but at the exhibition? I remember we always used to go. Mr. Drozda would run it. We'd always go and make sure we start there before we go on our ways. I can't remember.
That was
Probably
a lot of words you just said there.
Yeah, it's just me talking about
Yeah, I have no idea what any of that meant. A Hootzel hammer?
Hootzel hammers.
A
They're the
Hootzel
old
hammer.
shots you could get at the Ukrainian pavilion at Folkfest. And then
that
they also
sounds
had a
awesome.
Ukrainian food at the X. It was like a food pavilion. I don't think they had the booze.
So they got an early start. They had an unfair advantage. They started at the X. And then,
Yeah, maybe.
Then it bled
I don't
into-
want to get in trouble with that. We're not
Then
going to
it bled in. It bled into Folkfest. Nah.
No, we are
I'm
good.
joking. I hadn't heard of that, so I was like,
Well, that's where we'd always go for Folkfest. You go to Prairie Land. and
yeah,
then
yeah.
you'd have a Scotch
But you said they
pavilion
were
and
already at the
Ukrainian.
X.
Yeah,
a little-
so what we would do, we'd roll into the exhibition, and Nickel
Yes.
Plumbing does all the plumbing. Well, I don't know if they still do, but at Prairie Land, it was Nickel Plumbing. We would just park wherever because we had plumbing vans everywhere. So we just go in, and our first stop was always to the Ukrainian food pavilion at the exhibition, which was in Prairie Land.
Gotcha.
And I just can't remember if there was liquor. I know we had all the Ukrainian foods, and Mr. Drozda ran it. We'd always say hi to him and see him doing his volunteering, but it wasn't Folkfest. So I was just
That's cool.
curious.
No, I'd never.
So many memories through there, man.
Yeah.
We did so many cool things over that place.
My biggest memory from the exhibition was winning the 1997 exhibition art contest. Whatever.
What kind of art was it?
It was a painting.
What kind of painting? What'd you paint?
It was like a graveyard scene, Grim Reaper embracing a young woman. I actually drew it for a friend for Christmas. Yeah, right? And then, see? He's giving the thumbs up. It's funny because I brag about it a lot more
Well,
than I
it
should.
sounds
And
like-
nobody outside of Saskatoon cares.
It sounds like a sick metal cover, bro.
It
Yeah.
really was, yeah.
Interesting.
It could have been.
I'd like to
could've
see
been
this thing. You still
Judas
have it,
Priest.
obviously.
Oh,
hey?
well,
Award-winning artwork.
My friend, she's got the original hanging in her wherever she is now, in her basement, probably wherever her new place. But I have like a high-end photocopy of it hanging in my basement with the big red ribbon. So at the end of the day, when I feel like a loser, I just go downstairs and I stare at my
that ribbon.
photocopy.
Stare
and
at
I'm
that
like,
ribbon,
yeah,
man. Take it all in.
I was first.
One time I did this.
First.
Yeah.
Right.
You'll always have that, brother.
As voted on by the 1997 panel of judges at the Exhibition Art Contest. Oh, I'm no loser, folks.
I love it. I
Zero
love
to
all of
hero.
it. Dude.
Right? I should start wearing that
Hero
first place
to
around.
hero. You're hero to hero. That's what
Right.
we're going to call it. Phenom, what do you say you play us out of here as we sing about those glory days?
He's going to start telling people you're my dad. I think I come on here and embarrass myself every single time. Are we doing this thing? What are
Yeah,
we?
she's rolling.
Yeah?
She's
All
rolling.
right.
Play us out there,
All
boy.
right. We gotta get McGaggy playing a little doggy keyboard down there. Can we
Now
has
you're
anybody done
talking.
that?
Not yet. We had
Moved her paws to pretend he's playing.
my bro Noel was down there yesterday for the finish, and he was playing like
Yeah.
cousin It from the Adams Family, just a hand on front of
Oh,
it.
you know what I'm
funny.
gonna do next time?
What's
I'm
that?
gonna put Maggie in a shirt, and then I'm gonna put my hands.
Yeah, that's it.
Right?
That's the one.
It's comedy gold.
Okay,
When they
we'll
used to
do it.
do that?
Yeah.
Oh, not a dry eye
We did
in
that
the
at the
house.
old place.
Not a dry eye in the house.
amazing.
People would laugh so
Puppies
hard at that
in
stuff.
shirts with human
Dogs
arms.
with human hands.
Yeah, that's the new
Universal. That's
That's
where humor lives. That's comedy,
thing. So true.
right?
So true.
You want
to everybody,
you want another 9,000 subscribers in 5 months? That's how you do it.
to everybody on today. The family, Noel and my nephews, Benji and Josh, as well as great Matt Young from CTV. Thank you for joining the show today. To Curtis Anderson, thank you as always. Whenever you come on, we get crazy, and I always appreciate it. Phenom, you're the dude. Thank you for destroying us. And
He's like
Super
Dr.
Smash
Kwan
Bros.
there. I just see
Just
his
what
hand
happened.
once in a while.
That's it, man. Everyone's got that character. And to my buddy Croker, who took me out for a pedicure this morning. Thank you, sir.
You
I
show
greatly
those bad
appreciate
boys
it.
off?
Keep on the lookout. I
Probably
couldn't
show those
believe it.
bad boys off. Put them on the
No,
Maggie cam.
no,
You can get them on the
no.
Maggie cam.
No,
Put those-
not even
put those-
the best
see, there's
pedicures
mine.
in the world
Look.
can save. Those are nice socks.
Those.
We'll be back tomorrow. Until that time, again, remember, karma, very, very real. Do good things, you'll notice good things will start happening to you. It's just like that. You do something nice in Waskasiu 20 years ago, it'll change a guy's life.
I still remember it.
It wasn't even done to him. He was just around it. Good
just
deeds
around.
are going to change the world. Anything else you want to say before we go?
No, you summed it up. Good job, buddy. Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Hey,
thanks for
being
allowing
here.
me to
Thanks
come
for
on.
hanging out.
Sometimes I
Always
just
appreciate
come
it.
because it's easier to carpool with my son.
And I always love having
I
you.
don't intend to be
You're my
on.
guy.
And you're just like, all right, we're going in a minute, and I'm like, okay. And we never have anything to say, but you're so easy to talk to, Gary.
That's what we do, man. It's just hanging out. That's
You
what makes
ma-
it real. That's
you
why we love
have
going live.
made
That's what makes it real.
Magic here, and we all
Special.
appreciate that.
I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow.